Are you guys ready for another superhero fight? Let's do this. Hey everyone, how you guys doing? It's your boy Eric once again with another Eric's illustration video. Today's video we're gonna have another superhero fight as we like the ones we had in the last few weeks. So today's video is gonna be real interesting. So before we jump into that, remember to like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also check us out on every social media. And you guys should follow us because we're pretty much releasing a lot of dope content. Remember to check Be the Human, link in the description below if you like any of the music in the background. But most importantly, remember to comment and give us your love. So it helps the algorithm, share with your friends. Let's just start with the whole thing. So for today's video, I really wanted to do another superhero fight, but I wanted to be a little more specific with the characters I picked. So I picked two characters that I think you might like, which are Iron Fist, Marvel's Iron Fist, and Katana from DC Comics. Why did I choose him? I'm gonna talk a little about that while I'm drawing it. So I hope you guys enjoy it and let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Let's just go. Alright, so for this fight, I'm just gonna talk freely about a couple of things as well as the fight itself and how building it in a believable and interesting fight is the coolest part to me. So I'll tell you guys who would win in my opinion, right, and why I think that way, right? So I might also tell you that this fight might have two different results on my head based on that, so I'll talk to you about that later. So first, like I said before, I look for characters that are, like I've said before, I look for characters that are similar but different enough to make an interesting fight. Unless you count the Superman versus Sentry fight, which is basically the same character, but that one was just interesting to me. So yeah, so there are two, these are probably the two most different characters if you look at them from a hindsight, but then again they're both martial artists who fight either with magic or with elements that contain magic. And I'm gonna explain a little more about that because I know these characters may not be as well known as other characters, but yeah, so based on that I wanted to do a believable scene in a way that you can feel the tension of the fight. Like you can tell Katana's trying to strike Danny Rand with a kick to the face, but he's able to dodge it, and he also has the fist lit up, which means he has the power of the Iron Fist already on. And that means that this would probably not be an easy fight for Katana because he's not very much. She didn't get him like as a surprise or anything. So I'm gonna to explain about these characters a little. I want to talk about them a little because I know that they're not as well known as other characters. And yeah, so these two are probably different in a way. Because one's a guy from Manhattan who was trained in Kunlun, and the other one is a Japanese samurai with a magic sword. So I'm gonna go over who are they and why I think it'll be a good match. So Iron Fist, aka Danny Rand, was a guy who lived in New York with his rich family, and then they got stranded in Asia. I think it was Tibet or something, and then he went to Kunlun, which is a magical city that only opens up like every 7 years or something, and he got lost there, and then his parents died in a plane crash, and well, depending on the adaptation, but yeah, his parents died, and he basically trained with the monks to be part of this type of cult. And then when he was old enough, he fought everyone until he won, and then he got to defeat a dragon. And yeah, I said that, a dragon. And he gained the power of the Iron Fist. Fun fact, he has a dragon tattoo per se on his chest, but it's not really a tattoo. It's a burnt mark from the dragon he actually defeated for the powers of the Iron Fist. So the power of the Iron Fist varies from comic to comic, and more so from adaptation to adaptation, because in the Netflix show he is not very powerful. Like he got to knock out Iron Fist, but it's not like, I mean, Luke Cage, but it's not like it's like super powerful. With the comic books, Iron Fist basically once knocked down a helicarrier from the air in one punch. He literally jumped from a helicopter and punched the helicarrier down in one single punch. So you know he's really a heavyweight hitter, if you may say. But like, I don't think we're gonna ever see that in the MCU or anything like that, based on the whole shenanigans of who has the right for who. So yeah. Okay, so going back to Katana. Katana is a samurai woman named Tatsu Yamashiro, and she basically has a sword that it's said that traps the souls of the people that she kills with it within the sword, and that gives the power, the sword and the carrier more power. I think it's a very interesting concept. The reason I like the character so much is because of the mask. I think it's a very cool mask, and the whole aesthetic of trying to mix up old Japanese samurai suit with the way a person would dress in the real world, like in the current world. I just think it's pretty cool to me. So yeah, basically we wanna train samurai versus a trained monk slash weapon, because he doesn't use any weapons, but he was trained to fight people as a weapon. So that's why I think they're both interesting. We have a magical samurai versus a magical martial artist monk, and that's why I think it's a cool fight. I think they both have good chances of winning. However, based on the power of the Iron Fist that I described, I think Iron Fist would win this fight. So the reason I think Danny would take this is because, like I said, the power levels are just too different. If they fought only based on martial arts, it would be a closer fight, because it would be just a martial arts. And even if the sword was just a normal sword, I think Danny would still have chances of winning, because you can win against a person with a sword if you know how to move, and he was trained to fight against people with all types of weapons. Like he fights the Hand, which is the same ninja organization that fights Daredevil, but like he fights people with swords all the time and he wins. I know she's no regular samurai or regular sword user, but I think this would be an interesting fight. So for me, this fight would be Katana, like the best chances for Katana to surprise Iron Fist, like trying to strike them down without him noticing. But I think he will notice, because this guy is good and he trains against ninjas all the time. So if they would probably fight for a couple minutes while Iron Fist is trying to get a handle of what her deal is and why her sword is on fire, or looks like some fire. And then if he starts using the power of the Iron Fist, he could stop the sword with the fist and definitely knock her out, because I don't think Danny Rand would kill her, but I think this would be an interesting fight. So yeah, so to me, if we talk about comic book continuity or comic book powers, I think Iron Fist would win in a heartbeat. This would be a very quick fight, like 2 to 3 minutes max. But if you think, so yeah, that's why I said there's two endings for me with this, because I think Iron Fist would win the fight if it was comic book lore only. But if we think about comic books, that's normal. But if we think about movies, there's a couple things that are different, because I think the movies and the TV shows in Iron Fist case, I think Katana from the Suicide Squad, I don't think she's stronger than her counterpart in the comic books. Like, I don't think Katana from the Suicide Squad is stronger than Katana from the comic books, from the Outsiders and all that. Also, she was trained with Batman, which is cool. But going back to the whole movie thing, in the movie, she is strong, like similar to how she's strong in the comic books, which is a good thing. But for Iron Fist, my boy got actually dealt a very bad hand. Like, Danny in the Iron Fist TV show from Netflix got so nerfed down. It's not even a joke, or at least not a funny one. But yeah, so basically, I think if we put Katana from the Suicide Squad versus Iron Fist from the Netflix show, Katana would take it very quickly. Because Iron Fist was defeated a couple times during the show, and if someone like I don't know, like so anyone in the show could beat him, Katana would for sure. So I think that's why in the TV show versus movie characters, she would win. But in the comic books, I think this is the first time that I think Marvel would win for me. Because I did I did Nightwing versus Daredevil, which is an easy win for Nightwing. Not an easy win, but a good one. And if you think Superman versus Sentry, Superman would beat it. So this is my first fight that I think a Marvel character would win. But just based on the whole comic book versus movie thing. But yeah, to me, comic book lore is what matters. And yeah, I think Iron Fist takes this by a landslide. So yeah, I think this could be a cool fight. If someone animated it, it would be even cooler. Because I know a drawing can do as much as just looking at it for a sec. But we don't know the story behind it or the story afterwards. But yeah, what do I know, right? I'm going to start doing polls because I also want to see what you guys want to see, what fights you guys want to see. Because I do want to put some characters against another characters. And I also want to see what you guys want me to draw in general. And so stay tuned for that. And we can go back to the video. Alright guys, so that was the drawing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really had a fun time drawing it because those are two characters that are kind of different. But then again, if you start thinking about the elements, they're kind of similar. So I wanted to put them against each other. And I think Katana would definitely had a big shot against them. And Iron Fist would not be an easy fight. At least if we account for comic book Iron Fist and not Netflix Iron Fist, because that one sucked. The same with Katana from Suicide Squad. Do not account for that one. Okay, so let's just hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, it was really fun. And let me know what you guys want me to draw next. I think I want to do some other famous people drawings. So I'm gonna probably doing that. And also watch out for my next Inktober video. Once Inktober is over, which is a one drawing a day thing for the whole Inktober month. I'm gonna be dropping a video showing you all my 31 drawings that you can also check on my Instagram, but I'm gonna be doing a video explaining what my thought process was behind it. So I hope you guys enjoy that when I drop it. But then again, keep following the channel. We're dropping lots of content. All the content that we're dropping sports, we're dropping food, we're dropping a lot of different stuff. And also art with your boy. But just make sure to follow us and give us some love. We're also doing live streams now. And yeah, so just go ahead and click the notification bell and everything so you're notified. And let me know in the comments below what characters or what should I draw next. If you guys are interested in seeing my 31 drawing challenge for October. Thanks for joining. Have a great week and stay blessed. Stop that. Grinding my whole life.